What's up, Epicbattleflix viewers? I'm your battle narrator, and today things are getting a little domestic on the channel. You know, that new DC Universe James Gunn built officially kicked off with the Superman movie that hit theaters last July. Let's be honest, we all lost our minds when we saw that cape on the big screen. David Corenswet really did justice to the role. But what I saw when I woke up this morning, Guys, the trailer for Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, is finally here. And honestly, what was that trailer? The visuals, that space opera vibe, the look of exhaustion and rage in Kara's eyes, it literally gave me goosebumps. But there was one specific detail in the trailer that didn't escape the eyes of careful viewers like me. Krypto, yes, our super dog. There were scenes implying that Krypto was originally Supergirl's dog, but was entrusted to Superman for a while, or maybe Supergirl was forced to leave him behind. Here is where my theory comes in. What if these two superpowered cousins clash not for the fate of planets, but for the who gets custody of Krypto this weekend? Fight? Imagine Kara landing on Earth, her cape flowing in the wind, telling Superman, "Kal, give me my dog back. You've spoiled him too much. The animal has a belly now." And bam, the cousin war begins. Who do you think wins? Kal-El, who grew up peacefully on a farm with total control? Or Kara Zor-El, who learned to survive in the wreckage of a shattered planet, traumatized and furious? Pick your side in the comments right now. Hashtag Team Clark or hashtag Team Kara? Join the discussion while I dive into this domestic violence analysis. Round 1, the soldier versus the farmer. To understand this fight, we first need to dig into their psychology. Because this war won't start with muscles, it will start with trauma. Superman, or Kal-El, left Krypton as a baby. He grew up in Kansas, in the loving arms of Jonathan and Martha Kent, running through cornfields and fixing tractors. For him, power is something that needs to be controlled. He learned to hide his strength. We are talking about a man who thinks, "I better not break his bone when he touches a human." He is a Boy Scout. But Supergirl, Kara Zor-El's story is a total tragedy. When Krypton exploded, she wasn't a baby. She was 14 years old. Guys, this girl watched everyone, her mother, her father, her friends die screaming. She tried to survive for years in the void of space on a broken chunk of Argo City. In my opinion, this gives Kara a terrifying advantage in combat, ruthlessness, and hesitation-free aggression. When the fight starts, Superman will likely say, "Kara, calm down, we can talk. Krypto just likes sleeping on the couch." Superman is in defense mode, but Kara has talk time is over mode engaged. Kara sees this soft attitude of Superman as a weakness. On first contact, while Superman reaches out his hand to his cousin, Kara likely launches a flying kick that breaks the sound barrier, hurling Clark out of the atmosphere and all the way to the surface of the moon. Before Clark even realizes what happened, Kara lands the second blow. In the first round, psychological dominance and aggression definitely go to Supergirl. Round 2, solar energy and the brake mechanism. Now let's get into some geek details and comic book science. Who is stronger? Technically, both have the same physiology under a yellow sun. Kryptonian cells work like living batteries that absorb sunlight. But there is a very interesting detail here. Since Superman has been on Earth his whole life, his body is used to soaking up and storing solar energy like a sponge. He is a fully charged battery with immense capacity. His endurance is massive. However, Kara's potential ... that's the scary part. In some stories, especially in the New 52 and Rebirth eras, it is implied that Kara's rate of metabolizing solar energy is more efficient than Clark's. But the real difference is the mental blocks. Clark learned to suppress his power since childhood. Don't hurt people, don't break the glass, don't slam the door. So, subconsciously, he hits the brakes with every single punch. He is afraid of using 100% of his power. Kara doesn't have those brakes. She had to use her power to the max to survive on Argo City. She floors the gas pedal. In this round, on the surface of the moon they went there so no one gets hurt. Obviously, we see that the heat vision shooting from Kara's eyes is wider, wilder, and more uncontrolled than Clark's. While Clark uses his heat vision like a surgeon, Kara uses it like a flamethrower. Superman is forced to retreat in the face of this raw power. Round 3, the Crypto Factor. Now let's pause for a minute and look at the furry factor that caused this war, Crypto. If these two godlike beings are beating each other up on the moon and Crypto is there, what does he do? Crypto is a Kryptonian dog, too. He can fly. He has heat vision. I think Crypto wouldn't get involved in this family feud. He would sit in a corner, maybe in a moon crater, and watch them like woof woof, fighting again. But imagine this scenario. When Kara hits Superman too hard, Crypto might instinctively bark to protect his owner, Superman. Or the opposite. When Crypto smells his old owner, Kara, he might leave Superman and run to Kara's side. This distracts Superman the moment he says, "Crypto, boy, I gave you the best treats. What is this betrayal?" He eats another punch from Kara. Jokes aside, the Crypto Factor might cause Superman to soften up emotionally while Kara might get even more fired up, thinking, "See, he chose me." Round 4, Experience and the Solar Flare. As the battle drags on, Superman's biggest advantage kicks in, experience and strategy. Kara might be very strong, very fast, and very angry. But Clark? Guys, this man has been saving the Earth for years. He fought trained soldiers like General Zod, faced unstoppable monsters like Doomsday, dismantled Lex Luthor's mind games, and even challenged Darkseid. Kara moves with her emotions when she attacks. She attacks in a straight line, screaming, "You stole my dog." Superman fights like a chess player. My guess is, at this point, Superman uses Kara's anger against her. He might dodge one of Kara's uncontrolled punches and use her own momentum to hurl her into deep space. And if things get too serious, I think Superman would use his Super Flare ability. This is where he expels all the solar energy in his body in one massive explosion. This blast won't kill Kara, but it will temporarily stun her, blind her, and drain her power. Superman knows how to use his power efficiently. Kara uses her power with the logic of dump it all at once. When Kara starts to get tired, it looks like Superman is just starting his second round. The final verdict, willpower and family. By the end of the battle, both Kryptonians are exhausted. When Kara's rage subsides and her energy runs out, she sees her cousin still standing tall in front of her. Superman's endurance is not just physical, but mental too. He never gives up. Kara's traumas might weaken her, causing an emotional breakdown. She might start crying in the middle of the fight. But Clark, he always remains that symbol of hope. I think the final scene goes like this. Superman takes Kara's most violent attack right to the chest, walks out of the smoke. Kara tries to throw one last punch with her remaining strength, but Clark catches her hand. He doesn't hit her, he just hugs her. Okay, Clark says, if you've calmed down, you can have Krypto on the weekends. But I keep him on weekdays because I already scheduled his vet appointments. This isn't a surrender, it's a big brother lesson. Kara realizes that power isn't just about hitting, it's about control. Our final verdict, in terms of raw potential and brutality, Supergirl might be scarier. If this were a fight to the death, Kara could kill Clark because she has no brakes. But in a who-wins scenario, Clark's experience, control, and strategic intelligence will always overcome Kara's pure rage. The Man of Steel, Superman wins, but agrees to share Krypto. So, what do you think? Did you see the look in Supergirl's eyes in that new trailer? Do you think that version would eat our good-hearted farm boy Superman alive? Or would Kal-El give his cousin a go-to-your-room timeout? Keep the debate going in the comments. And don't forget, write down which legendary clash you want to see in the next video. See you next time!